I always get this message: what is the safer way to do Google Adsense arbitrage? In my channel, I teach practical SEO, but I've decided to help a lot of people to do arbitrage in a safer way because I know much about using Google arbitrage method to earn more. So I'm going to be using native ad in this video to explain how to do Google Adsense arbitrage. So I'm going to be walking you guys step by step guide how to do safer arbitrage method that is not going to cause ad limit to your account or even ad ban. Is going to be very clean, and your return on investment, which is your ROI, is going to be times 3. Let me do it. Let me show you guys how to do that. And if it's the first time coming across to my channel, subscribe and turn the notification bell so once I update anything concerning you and arbitrage, you get notification. Let's do it. One of the safer way to do Google Adsense arbitrage without having any ad limit, and your income, which is your own investment, is going to come in 3-fold. So I'm going to be discussing about this diagram and also telling you guys exactly step you need to take. Aside from that, I'm going to walk you guys through on how to create MGID network ad, which is native ad. I'm going to be showing you guys how to set up a native ad. So if you are still finding it difficult in doing arbitrage with native ad, you can just consult me, hit my email. Let's have one-on-one coaching on how to do arbitrage with native ad in a perfect way. So enough of this story, let me show you guys what exactly you need to do to start arbitrage and earn a lot of money for yourself times 3 of your return on investment. Let's do it. Okay, the first thing you're going to do, look very closely here. Hosting is very important. Let's treat this angle before we talk about winning article and also how to set up a campaign in any native ad network. So if you have watched this video, you're going to see me, I mention a lot of native ad network that can help you to run Google Adsense arbitrage. So by now I think you have made your own decision by checking this website that I mentioned here, which is the best native ad network for Adsense arbitrage. So if you really want to start arbitrage with native ad, you need to watch this video so you know the best native ad network you can be able to use to run your own arbitrage. So the first thing we're going to do, if you look very closer here, I mentioned hosting because there's going to be a massive traffic, so you need a stable hosting plan that is going to help you to accumulate that traffic. So it's better you also make a good decision in taking a good hosting. So if you want to buy a good hosting, check my description. You're going to see Contabo, and know it, I'm going to be earning if you are going to use my link to purchase Contabo hosting. It can be VPN. If your money is not up to VPN, you can purchase their share host. Their share host is good. I can recommend that particular Contabo for this project, or you can easily go for anyone you want, but let it be a good host that is going to accumulate a lot of traffic, because your traffic is going to be massive using this method I'm going to show. Another one is to change your name server, which is you're going to integrate your website with CDN, content delivery network, okay, which is name server. You're going to, it's very free. Just go to Cloudflare, just sign up, copy their free name server they are going to give you, and then integrate it with your domain name server. Everything is going to work well. The next thing we need to consider when we want to do this arbitrage is theme. The template, the design of your website is most important. But how can you spot a good theme, or how can you find the good design for this arbitrage? So I'm going to be showing you guys how to spot it, how to spot a good theme, how to spot niche, how to spot a winning content that is going to help you to make a good amount of money using the strategy that I want to show on this video. Okay, fine. After the theme, we need to consider the niche. After the niche, we need to consider the winning content. And if you look very here, this is the winning content, which is the WA winning article. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to spot a good theme, how to spot a niche, how to spot a winning article. So let's do it. Okay, to spot a good niche and a good theme, which is template design, and also a good winning article that is going to make our campaign to earn more money, because we're going to be using winning article. If you're not using winning article, how can you earn from your campaign? So we have to spot a good design, a good winning article, and also niche, the best niche. So we're going to go up. This website is a free snipe service, so you can from here and snipe your competitors and know what exactly they are doing. One of the sweetest thing when it comes to marketing is when you are doing marketing and you are trying to spot on what your successful competitors are doing. You are not doing it off head, you are doing it based on the plan and based on the professional plan, because these snipe tools will tell you and show you guys the exactly method your competitors are using to win the oath, process to use it and make massive income. So to do that, we're going to scroll down. We're going to choose different ad network that have MGID. We're going to choose a lot of ad network that have native ad. That's most important thing first before we talk about the niche. So we are trying to find a winning article and also the type of template our competitors are using, so if we know, we can be able to get such design down to our website before we talk about running the campaign. Don't just do your self decision. It's better you use a professional tools, which is this one, and is free of charge, so you can easily sign up to them and find what your competitors are doing. So once I just click the few ad network I want, I'm going to go up and choose the country that I want to view from, to know the country they are targeting. And the next one, I'm going to choose 3,000 upward impression. I'm going to click show results. So once I click show result, you're going to see different ads here. You're going to see this particular one here. So if I open this one have over 3,000 impressions, and this is how to spot a good niche. Let's say, for example, 17 character of cards or 17 character of whatever, but I'm trying to show something how to spot a winning content. There is reason why you need a winning content, and this can be a winning content. So if you open up this website, once you do your fetching, you're going to see what your competitors are really doing, and they are using AdBrain to promote this. And the sweetest part about this method is that these tools is going to show you exactly what your competitors are targeting, the country and the content they are pushing the traffic to. So if you go to this website, we're going to see the template design, we are going to see the niche, we are going to see a lot of things. You can pick under health, 7 ways to take care of your skin and see changes. Now look at what is going to happen. If you don't want to have ad limits, you have to follow up with what your competitors are doing, which I'm going to review now. Don't skip any part of this video so you will not feel confused when you are doing this arbitrage. So if you scroll down here, you're going to see that your competitor is saying golden age starts who are busy enjoying their retirement. If you look very closely here, this is another niche under trending. Okay, if you go closely here, if this person pull off the whole content here, if one person comes to this place and go back, it's going to be in a mix and your money is not going to be high. How can you double your money to 3 times returning on investment? Even though you invest $100, you get up to more than $100 3 times. Let me show you guys the strategy. The strategy is the next page. Now each page contains different article. Let's say, for example, the same article but different mention. Let me say something. I want to explain something right now. You have to pay attention. Let's say, for example, I want to target 17 ways to make money. The first page have to contain the number 1 way to make money. The second page have to contain the number 2 on how to make money. If you want to understand what exactly I'm trying to do, it's going to reduce your CTR and also increase your own earning. Imagine one person opening 20 pages in one article and end up clicking one ad. You're going to make a massive income for that. If you want to understand this particular method, go back and watch this, my guide to Google Adsense Arbitrage with native ad. You can go and watch this video. This is very important if it's your first time. Okay, if you go back here, you're going to see your competitors are using this type of design. you're going to ask yourself, how can I get this design? There's a lot of web developers and also web designers you can hire from Fiverr, Upwork, or maybe from any group or one of your friends who is a web designer. You can easily send this website URL and tell him or her to inspect the website and tell you the cost of designing this type of template. You can check other template that is very easy you can use. Now if you look very closely now, I've opened 2 pages and it's still 1 article, and this next page will help you to increase your conversion rate, reduce your CTR, and your ad limit is not going to be very close, and you're going to be 98.9 save. The only thing that is going to limit your account if those users mistakenly click your ad with accidentally click. Even the accidentally click may not even resolve to ad limit, and even being on ad limit, there's a way to leave ad limit. I'm going to be teaching you guys in my next video on how to escape out from ad limit. But most importantly, this method is far from ad limit. It's not going to be ad limit. A lot of people are going to be clicking the next, and if this thing is up to 20 pages, that means one person have opened 20 pages with 1 click, because anybody who pick interest to click this campaign is going to also pick interest to see one of the interested ad that is going to click at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, if you look very closely here, these have gotten over 3,000 impression view, which maybe the conversion rate have been kind of high, but believe me, the first time you try out this thing, you have to leave it to spend some months, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. 1 week is not enough to count the progress, because you have to text 2 different winning articles. If you look very closely here, I mentioned 2 different winning articles, so which you're going to be running a native ad to different winning article. Okay, different winning article, so you're going to have up to 2. If you have up to 3, fine, but 2 is going to be okay. So you're going to monitor your progress. So 2 winning article you're going to use for texting, but believe me, you're going to see massive return. So if you look very closely here, if you click next to the next, you're going to be seeing a lot of things your competitors are doing. So after picking the niche, you may decide not to go for this niche. You can also check other competitors, but first of all, we have picked design, so we want to make a niche decision and also winning content. Any content in this platform that have more impression is a winning article. Okay, now if we scroll down here, you're going to see this one talking about technology, which is car, will also increase your CPC. This is a nice niche talking about technology, car, and something like that. And if you look very closer, we're going to open our competitor URL. So if we open it, you're going to also see their design template. You're going to see how they design it, quite easy. Okay, now look very closely here. They mention which is the 50 of the world most expensive car. Listen, this fall in entertainment for him, but I think this fall in technology for me. Okay, but forget about the category. This is arbitrage. People are trying to do something. They may not be kind of observed to know the type of niche they are into. So but you knowing the particular niche you are into is going to save you from a lot. So what we're going to do, if you look very closely here, this is it, the number 1 car and the price. Remember, once the price is here, it have increased the CPC. I want you to understand the method these guys are using. Is mentioning the most expensive car. Now if it's mentioning the most expensive car, mention their name and also mention the price tag, this will increase the CPC. This price now will increase the CPC, because once you mention money in your title, a figure is going to increase your CPC. That should be the strategy you need to understand when it comes to tech. Now if you scroll down here and click next, the next one will also have a kind of the price tag and the name. So I'm going to click to the next. Okay, if you click to the next, this is another car. Okay, and I also tell you the price, $3.25 million, and this is something you need to understand. So more you view, if one person is going to click to see 50 cars, that means the other person have clicked open 50 page views. one person have clicked 50 page view, and then at the end of the day the person will surely click one ad. This will increase your return on investment times 3. So the next thing after finding the design, what your competitors are doing, actually the best niche you can ever think of. Once you find the best niche you can ever think of, you can easily look at this thing very closely. How to find the best insurance. Maybe this is just like normal article. Why I told you guys this is for SEO article. Why the other one I showed you guys, that's what I'm telling you, there is different within SEO article and arbitrage article. So this is SEO article, and why the other one I showed you is arbitrage article. So let me show you guys how to set up a campaign. Once you find a winning article, find a winning niche, and also the best design for your project. So let's talk about how to run a successful campaign. Once you spot the niche, the winning article and the niche, most important thing is the design of the website, and also spotting niche and winning article. Once you spot it, the next thing is to run a native campaign. If you want to know example of native campaign, let me show you guys how native campaign looks like. I think one of our competitors have it over here. Let me open one website. Let me open this website and show you guys what native ad is all about. But if you really want to understand more about native ad, I'm going to be dropping massive videos. So based on the request, I'll be doing that. Okay, now if you scroll down, this is native ad. This is the meaning of native ad, like this is what is native ad. And Taboola is one of the best native ad you can also use. If you watch this video, you're going to make a good decision for yourself for the best native ad for arbitrage, which is Google Adsense Arbitrage. So if you look very closely here, this is what is example of native ad. Scroll down, these are native ad, these are native ad, these are native ad, these are native ad. So what we're going to do, once you go to MGID, you can use Taboola, you can use Axtera, you can use Propeller, anyone you want. But I believe all native ad network are the minimum deposit, which is the deposit you have to make starting from $100. So let's assume I have my $100 over here. I'm going to add campaign. Remember, I've already picked a design, I've picked the best hosting, I've already picked a lot of things for myself. I've picked a nice niche winning article. So it's now for me to set a campaign. Let's say for example, this should be my first campaign, or I type in let me write it first campaign. Okay, or I put in my name. You can put your campaign, the targeted keyword, but it's not that something important. It's just for you to remember your campaign name. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is say content campaign type. We're going to choose product promotion. We're going to choose content promotion. You are using content promotion because what you are targeting is native ad you want to do. The next thing we're going to choose here is the niche. Remember what I told you about the niche. If it's something related to car, that is within technology, you understand, or the best car, it can be under entertainment as the young man wish to choose. Okay, fine, you can choose based on that. Okay, let's choose the category. Let me choose the category. I can choose under let's say for example education. Okay, now the next one here, English, which is the campaign language, because the campaign we are going to target, we want to target English country, because that's what we want, because our content are English country. So here I didn't think block before showing. This is just use this option if you don't want your new ad to go live as soon as they publish it. No, there's no need for that, just leave it. Now this is the place you are going to target your audience. Okay, very much important, the GO, which is the geographical location. So what I'm going to choose here, remember what your competitors are choosing. Your competitors targeted Mexico, Atlanta, Australia, Brazil, Canada, a lot of them. Even they target USA here. Most of them target USA, South Africa, and Kenya, and a lot Turkey and Interlead. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to my campaign. Remember, these tools have already fetched you what exactly is working, so you don't need to panic or maybe say you're going to lose your money, but you must launch 2 campaigns to know the best winning article, because once you launch the 2 campaign, inside the 2, one will perform better, so you can easily stick to one and scale up your return on investment very high. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to choose based on the recommendation what my competitors are using. So I'm going to target USA. If I scroll down here, I'm going to target USA, which is, I'm going to plus it USA. So you're going to target USA here. Once you target USA, let me type it in. I'm going to target extra. That should be all extra. Okay, anything within all extra, I'm going to choose all extra. So the next thing we're going to choose is different. I'm going to choose also other country. I can choose more than 5, New Zealand or whatever. I'm going to choose this country too. Once I choose this country, let me add it. Once you add, it's going to show up from the right hand side. Now let's say for example is only trader I want to target. The next thing is the browser. The most important thing, the fastest browser is Firefox and Chrome. So I'm going to add Firefox, and where is Chrome, my dear? Okay, I'm going to choose Google Chrome. The next thing I'm going to choose is the this targeted iOS. You can choose desktop, mobile, and tablets. Okay, the next thing we're going to also choose tablets. Also choose is language. So the browsing language carrier, let me go up here. The language should be English. Okay, very much important. You have to target English spoken country because that's the country you're targeting. So the next thing we're going to choose is the browser. You can choose 2 of them. You don't need to choose one. Leave 2 of them. 2 of them is very important. So I'm going to choose 2 of them. Anybody that is using Wi-Fi are going to see my campaign. Anybody that is using any network is going to see my campaign. The next thing is my audience. Now I can create my audience. The only time you can create audience is when you want to spot the best performing country. So once you create it, you don't need to be choosing this thing anytime you want to run ads. So once you create your own audience, that means if this first campaign did well, you're going to be using the name tag to run campaign. Once you come here, you search for the name and pick them because the conversion range over what you target is working fine. The next thing is phone price range. I think this is also important, but not that important. You can just leave it mute for that. So this means that you're trying to tell phone within average $500 or $2,000 to see your, there is no need. Even though you're using $100 phone, let it be that my campaign is showing from your own ending. So if you scroll up, we are finished with this one. The next thing is to click confirm. We're going to shift to another section on how to create this native ad. So if we move to the next section, this is the place we're going to choose schedule. There's nothing to schedule about. Campaign should continue running provided our money is there. By click, we're going to choose by click or choose by budget, but I'm going to choose by click. You can choose by click, daily click. Now since it's new account, if it's new account, leave it for daily click over 300. But if it's old account that is already verified, you can leave it on check, let it be unlimited. Okay, but if it's new account, there's reason what you need to optimize for click. If it's new account, leave it under 20 click, 30 click, 300 click. Don't go above that click, so the account will get strong. At the front, you're going to be targeting unlimited click for a day. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about here is CPC, and just leave it under CPC is very good. Leave it by click. It should be starting from daily click should be 20, 200 or 300. Don't do more than that on your account. Now watch again, you're going to say the conversion sensors, Google ad tags or whatever. If you want to integrate your your Google AdSense here to connect it, you can do that. Let me cancel this and make it more. It's a Google Analytics conversion sensor. This is, you can track your conversion with Google Analytics. You can link your Google Analytics here, or link your ad Google ad tags here, Google Ad Manager tag here. And once you're done with that, you're going to say create a campaign and push. Okay, just click this one to be on. Save and start campaign. This is how to do that. You can set a track and start putting your native ad picture. Save and continue. Let's move. Okay, this is the place we're going to put some things and then push some other things and continue. This is very, very simple to create campaign here. I will not be continue because there's a lot of reason for that. I don't want you guys to feel bored, and if you really want to learn more about native ad, how to create native ad campaign, you can easily contact me. I'm going to show you how to do that. But using MGID is quite simple because you're going to be doing that. And if you look very closely here, it said the minimum click a day is 500. Okay, like minimum daily is 500. Okay, let's keep it in their recommendation and scroll up here and click save. So we're going to continue, and once you continue, this is the last place we have to do the last thing, if I'm not mistaken, because I've been a long time I used MGID to run campaign. And then you put your campaign creating. This is the place you're going to start creating your campaign. Now this is the place you're going to add your creative. You put your URL, your website URL, you put the title, you put the title recommending. Once you put your website URL for here, you put the title recommending the title. Let's say for example I want to pull this one. Let's say this is my website and I'm going to use the URL here and inside here. So remember what my competitors are targeting: 50 of the world most expensive car, and I'm going to place the keyword here. And okay, this is the title recommended. Okay, this is the title. Let's put title here. Okay, now this is where you're going to upload this image. Okay, I'm going to download it. Your competitors using these sniping tools have made it very easy for us. Upload it here. It can be upload, or maybe you click and upload it here, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry. Okay, here is very important. Pay attention. Is where you're going to upload your image. Okay, and download. Under download, you pick the image, and then boom. Once you upload your image based on their recommendation, you put your character. This is the place you put your targeted keyword, and this is the place you're going to upload your image. I think this thing should upload. Okay, it said limit extended width for image is JPEG, and it should be this 49 to but 42 dictated, so you can resize it to 49 JPEG, not PNG. So anyone you wish to do that. Let me also check this image if it's going to work for me. Let me download this one. If it works, fine. Okay, so even in the special consultation towards arbitrage with native ad, contact me. Is going to be very cheap and very easy. I'm going to be running an arbitrage section consultation. So you need to customize the image. Okay, fine, let it be high like this. This is good. Now this is what is going to happen. It said price per day, which is in cent. This is quite sick. We're going to leave it. We're going to click it additional. But if you want to understand this one, I'm not using MGID. I've been using Propeller. Is also easy for me. I'm using Axterra. I'm using Tabula, and I'm also using AdBrain. These are the ad network that is very easy. I also recommend on this video. So, but MGID is kind of being difficult for me. I won't lie to you. The only thing I need here is to contact my support and ask them more about this particular place. Once I ask them, I can easily know exactly what this thing is all about. And you can also contact your support to know exactly how to go about it. And see you guys in my next video. And I love you guys. Peace.